Details surrounding how 24-year-old Robinson was tracked down are still unclear. Fort Worth police have acknowledged we assisted on the arrest efforts. A second suspect, 21-year-old Jakobie Russell, is still on the run. Investigators identified Robinson and Russell Wednesday, saying both are responsible for the murders of Ronnie Sibley, whose rap music stage name is Lil Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter, Armani. The ambush shooting that left behind dozens of shell casings played out Monday at a car wash in the
YouTube. I'm gonna need y'all help on this episode right here, because for the life of me, I can't figure out what's wrong with these kids that was born in the 2000s. It seemed like every kid, everyone that has spawned into an adult, all right, we 2025, so you're born 2000, you're 25 years old, 25 on down right now. It's like y'all was made with a cut of fentanyl. Something ain't right with y'all. Something is not right with y'all. And I make this video today because I'm like everybody else. I can't help but see what happened to the rapper out of Texas, right? That shit is so sad right there, you know what I mean? With his daughter, the whole nine. Like, I seen the video today with his daughter's friend. She don't even know the little girl's gone. That shit hit the heartstrings, right?
Missed you at school today, or mommy? I love you.
But I get to thinking to myself, right? Like, you know, these cats born in the 2000s is the first ones to crash out. They don't have no value for life. They be packing pistols, got no ops, right? You ain't got no enemies, but you carrying a gun every day. Every day you carrying a gun. They ain't even really enemies, but y'all out there playing like it is. And some of y'all really is out there about all that shit, right? But what are you killing for though? What is you really killing for? Because remember, when you kill somebody, not only do you affect their family, but you pretty much shoot yourself in the head too, right? Because at some point, if you get cracked, you're going to go sit back there behind them walls and live with the who's, you know what I mean? The realest of the real, right? Is that really worth it when you got so much life and opportunity? You know, I look at these young cats, right? And I can never forget that I was young, right? I was young at one point in time. I was reckless. I was careless. For y'all that ain't never subscribed to my channel, I did 11 and a half years in the Department of Corrections, came out 32, went in 20. And I can relate, right? I relate to being able to crash out, but I wouldn't crash out like these. This new level of crashing out is reckless. Like, I mean, on top tier reckless. And if this is, if with 5-10 years, this should just get worse and worse. So this is all bad. Because these 2025 babies, right? 2000, 2001 and on up, they looking terrible out here. They killed this man right here, right? The rapper, right? And I ain't never even heard of him before, but when I went and listened to his music, you know, he talking about the street shit. He talking about shooting, killing, destroying, whacking ops, the whole nine, right? Let's not forget how powerful the tongue is. Let's not forget that life or death is in the tongue. Let's not forget what you speak out of your mouth is what defiles you. It's not what goes in your mouth, it's what comes out. And, you know, you play that game, you live that life, your end result is usually death or the penitentiary. You know what I mean? You're going to hit 1 yard, right? You're going to hit the penitentiary yard or you're going to hit the graveyard. Which one you toss in the air? But that's where you're going to land more than likely. There ain't no winners. And, you know, I sit back and I peep this shit. I'm like, what is you killing for, though? Like, what does killing really prove, though? What does it really prove, though? When you kill somebody, what does that really prove, though? Does that show that you bigger, badder? Because at the end of the day, you the one that lose on that one. You ain't proving nothing. You may think that's an eye for an eye, but you really been fooled. You been fooled though. You the dummy. You the motherfucking dummy, not the motherfucker you shot, killed, slide on, none of that shit. God probably might have a place for them. God might give them some redemption and give them some grace because he knew something. You know this whole shit, right? God is in control. God is never off the throne. But when I look at these new generation of young motherfuckers, right? It's like, man, it's like there's no hope for them. You know what I mean? It's like all the generations before have failed them. You know what I mean? My generation included. And, you know, I try to do my part when I can. I try to speak to the ears that hear. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of generations have failed. And I mean, my generations previous to me kind of failed me too. I mean, shit, I mean, You know, I had to figure this shit out on my own. Didn't nobody give me the keys to all this shit. I had to purposely wake up and be intentional with my life to get down the road. But, you know, at a young age, I can understand that you don't understand how much life you really do have ahead of you, especially when you're living in circumstances when you're seeing majority of people ain't living past the age of 18, 19, 20, et cetera, right? But, you know, at the end of the day, when I think about the street shit and motherfuckers killing in the street and sliding, like, what did that prove? What did that really prove, though? Now you got families affected, everybody loses. You know, I can't, like, there's no winners. Who won? Nobody gets to bang on their chest. Nobody gets to do a dance afterwards. Everybody loses. Everybody loses to the 10th power. But, you know, I just want to make this video a little food for thought. You know, 2,000 babies, y'all the quickest to crash out. Y'all got to start doing better. If I was your age in this generation, boy, I'd be so far ahead, it's crazy. Y'all don't realize how good y'all got it with this phone in your hand. You got all the information on demand in your hand right here. You know what I mean? This phone right here is going to teach you how to do any and everything if you take the time out your day to learn it. There's no reason in this generation you can say that I don't know how, because you got all the answers. I didn't have that shit. I had to go to an encyclopedia. You know, the internet wasn't even around like that when I was younger. But y'all don't even realize how good y'all got it out here, and y'all throwing away life and all the opportunity to go live in the penitentiary around men 24/7, to go hang out with the who's and debate who's the hardest, who slid who, you know what I mean? Who got checked out, who punked who, you know what I mean? Big ass babies back there. These is big ass men, 40, 50, that still got children like mine, you know what I mean? You have no remorse, right? No remorse for some of the shit they done did. They have no consciences, you know what I mean? And they take pride in a character that they done made, in a reputation that they made, because that's all you got to live on back there, right? Is your reputation. All you got to live is your reputation. After everything else is stripped from you, what else you got to live for? Your reputation amongst other men. Who give a fuck what the next motherfucker think, though, right? In the real world, I don't give a fuck what none of these motherfuckers think. I know who the fuck I am. You feel me? I know who I am, and I know where I'm going, and I know what I must do to get there. But you young motherfuckers, though, y'all ain't gonna hear me. You gonna think I'm talking shit, but I'm not talking shit. I made this video with the most sincere and the most sincere love that I could. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I know what it's like when you throw your life away. That shit ain't pretty. I've been there, done it by the grace of God. I done made it back out here. But I want to know what y'all think in the comments, man. Y'all feel like me? Are 2,000 babies the quickest to crash out? Or is it 2,000 babies looking older than the motherfuckers born in the 90s and the 80s? I be feeling like, yeah, them drugs y'all doing nowadays, golly. But let me know down in them comments what y'all thinking down there. You know what I mean? Y'all feel me on this video? If you did, hit that like for your boy one time. Make sure you subbed up if you want to see what's next up. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Come on, man. You gotta understand, I'm 17, y'all finna put me in jail for a charge. I'm not finna, like, then what if I get convicted for this charge? I'm not gonna see the light of day, and I'm never gonna see the light of day again. Like, y'all, you wouldn't even trying to work with me, like, work with you now? Like, you already knew you was gonna put me in jail when you came in here.
So, I mean, what did you expect for me to do?
Man, they made it seem like y'all was just gonna interview me and I was finna go home.
Again, like I said, you asked for an attorney.
Come on, man.
This point in time,
I don't want no. Come on,
by right.
Come on, man. Please, man. Come on, man.
By law, I cannot engage in a question and answer
session. Come on, man. I'm only
you.
17, man. Please, man. Come on.
What are you asking me to do?
Like, you can't, like, can I go home, man? Like, let me. Come on.
That's up to the courts
So I'm going down for
today. Well, yes.